And welcome back to more The Legend of Zelda. So last time, we went around the overworld of Hyrule, collecting a bunch of items. So we have 3 heart containers, a potion, which I should probably unequip so I don't accidentally use it, along with the white sword and the magical shield. So we have a lot going into the first dungeon, but there's still one more item that we could get. We're gonna need a lot of rupees, so we're gonna have to try to find some more grottos here. There should be one right about here. Please be a lot of rupees, because I need like 150 more. That is not exactly the amount I was hoping for. I should equip the candle so I don't accidentally use bombs as well. This happens to me in like every Zelda game, where I just accidentally use up items. And in a game like this, you definitely want to be careful not to accidentally burn through supplies because of how rare items are. Please be more. 100, okay, so we're really close to being set on this, but we could use a few more. So over here, we have more suspicious little trees or bushes. I think I don't know what they're supposed to be, actually. It's a secret to everybody. So we only need 4 more rupees, so that's fine. It's at 10? But I thought I only got 9. I think I hit the limit, actually. That's actually what happened. It just occurred to me, I hit a limit. Probably 255, otherwise there'd be an overflow, which would not be great. By the way, up here is a fairy fountain, so if you need hearts, there you go. Also, I think that this area is important later on, so keep that in mind. So finally, we have one more stop to make, which should be here. One of these statues should move. I guess they're kind of like Armos Knights in other Zelda games. But in here, boy, this is really expensive. We have the blue ring. So with the blue ring, our tunic is now, well, not blue, because color limitations of the NES, but, just pretend it's blue. But now we have damage reduction. So, with a ton of supplies in hand, we are going to make our way to the first, dungeon, for real this time. I don't know how to get there from here. We are really out of the way at this point. Again, I do have a map, so maybe I should just look at the map. But yeah, we did not stick with the green tunic for very long. I think we're getting close. So we already passed by this dungeon. I thought it was a later one, actually. So looking at the map, I'm genuinely a tad surprised that this is as early as it is, because I could have sworn this was later. Obviously, you can do things out of order. Don't exactly recommend doing that, because this game is pretty rough. But yeah, here we go. Alright, so time for level 1, as it's called. Alright, so this is gonna be interesting. I don't exactly know what I'm doing. I have a rough idea. I guess these are keys. They're kind of bat-like. I don't know if they're actually supposed to be keys, but I'm gonna call them that because close enough. This first dungeon shouldn't be too bad. We got Stalfos already. Again, so many iconic enemies. I mean, they're just skeletons, but I'm gonna call them Stalfos because I assume that's what they're supposed to be. Again, I tend to apply later Zelda terminology to this game that I'm not even sure if it applies. Also, this music isn't great. If there's one thing I can say about Zelda 1 is I don't really like the music, because every dungeon has the same song, and it's not particularly a great song at that. So yeah, I really don't know where I'm going exactly. I have a rough idea, but it's gonna get even worse when we get to the tougher dungeons as well. This is like a relatively simple one by comparison to what we'll have to deal with a little bit later. Got these little blob enemies, like so. Can we push this? Cool. Eastmost Peninsula is the secret. How specific? I actually don't know what that hint even means. So let's try this door. So we have the map, and a lot of enemies. Hey, so now it should be a little bit easier to make our way through here with that in hand. I'm pretty sure we could bomb this wall. I'm gonna hold off because I only have 2 bombs, so I want to hold on to them for later. Trying to be a little bit careful with item usage here. I missed the infinite bombs from Breath of the Wild. That makes things so much simpler. And we have these enemies here. I feel like this also is a major enemy later on, but I can't quite remember what this was supposed to be. But I want to say these appear in other games. Hey, a key. Nice. And a heart that we don't need. I actually need a bomb drop more than hearts at this point. Ow. That moved a lot faster than I expected it to, so I got kind of blindsided by it. Here we actually have a little underground area. So, like a side-scroller. And, well, we have an arrow already, so now we have a bow. Again, I'm pretty sure it uses rupees as ammo, so I'm going to opt to not use it whenever possible. But it's good to have. But yeah, the DNA of the series is really apparent in this game, and I find that really cool. You know, a lot of series aren't just fully realized in their first attempt, so I really have to applaud how well thought out this game is. There's a room down there, and I don't know if it's worth trying to backtrack over there. And now we also have the boomerang. We're just getting so many items already. And Wall Masters, not my favorite enemy. If they had stayed to Zelda 1 only, I would not have minded, because Wall Masters are probably my least favorite enemy in the entire series, actually. Alright, so this, I'm pretty sure, is Aquamintus, our first boss. I do not know how to fight this boss. I guess just attack the horn, or the head. Okay, that was way easier than I thought it would be. I forgot that it had the white sword, so that was really trivial. And with that, we have our first piece of the Triforce. Well, that was easier than I thought it would be. So with that, there's actually nothing else we can do in terms of side quests. So all that's left is to just go to Dungeon 2 straight away. So I don't know what the fastest way to Dungeon 2 would be. So we're gonna wing it and hope for the best. I think we're actually almost there. If I can do 2 dungeons in one video, I'll actually be impressed, but I'm not counting on it. I recall this dungeon being a little bit tough. So it should be through here to the right, and then we kind of have to loop around the forest. Yeah, these enemies go down way faster now with this upgraded sword. I wish the map was slightly more detailed. Obviously, you know, NES limitations, it can't be more detailed, but still, I kinda wish it was a little bit better instead of just a blank square or blank rectangle with a little dot on it showing where you are. By the way, damage is now done in like half increments, so I'm technically at half a heart, but it didn't count for some reason. So I still have sword beams, even though I got hit, so a little weird technicality. So yeah, quarter hearts aren't counted, so that's a weird little glitch that actually is very helpful. Alright, so we have our next level already, level 2. Again, very much winging it. We have snakes. You know, a lot of Zelda games have snakes. I think of Phantom Hourglass immediately as the one with snakes for some reason. Did we get a compass last time? We didn't, did we? That's odd. I guess it was in that room we didn't go to. I mean, it was fine, because I knew where the boss roughly was without the compass, but still I was like, oh yeah, I didn't actually get a compass last time. It just kinda dawned on me, like, oh yeah. So far, this is actually not that bad, it's just snakes. 2 keys, so we can easily get to the next room, no problem. We have 6 bombs now, so I might actually be a little bit more, likely to use them to skip a few rooms, if I know where to use them. Please enter the door, Link. Alright, so we have the compass, which we did not see last time, which reveals the location of the boss. Not super helpful, but kinda neat. You know, obviously if you just explore thoroughly, you'll find the boss anyway, but still, kind of a nice little feature of like, oh yeah, you can figure out where the boss is from the compass. Since there's no like treasure chests or anything, it makes sense. Might as well use that key to see what's over here, and over here is the map. So it's kind of a crescent moon-shaped map. Alright, are any of these blocks pushable? Maybe I'm jumping the gun, and that's more of a Link to the Past thing, but I just instinctively always try to push blocks when I see them, just because you never know what could be hiding in them. So, lots of enemies. Again, very much like Breath of the Wild, I feel like I'm just breezing through for a bit because I'm so overpowered. And it's honestly a really cool feeling. Going from struggling to literally survive at the beginning to being able to pretty comfortably coast through these dungeons. Alright, okay, we didn't take enough damage to lose sword beams anyway, but still, the heart drop was very, very appreciated. Oh, that's scary. Did not expect that. These spike traps are really mean in this game, also in this level in particular, because they kind of blend in. I guess 8 is the limit on bombs, because I picked up one and I'm pretty sure I had 6, and now I have 8, so not that many. Alright, how many keys do we have? We have 2 keys, and yay, slow down. I actually wonder if they would ever remake this game. I think it would be cool to remake this game, actually. Like, kind of like what they did with Link's Awakening, do a full 3D remake, maybe add more clues like owl statues to help out, but I think something like that would be really neat. I don't think it's likely. Games like that I feel like are in a weird camp of nostalgic, to the point where it might not be changed. The Dongo dislikes smoke. Noted. And that's also something that is in basically every Zelda game, is that the Dongos are weak to bombs. Wow, this was really fast. We're almost to the boss already. Actually, it doesn't show the boss, it shows the Triforce Shard. I'm pretty sure, because the boss should be in the next room, actually. We have plenty of bombs, so we're gonna switch over really quickly. And be ready for our second boss. As the hint implied, it is a Dodongo. And yeah, they're weak to explosions. There's one enemy whose weakness actually had to be changed for the US version. We'll get into that a little bit later. That was anticlimactic. 2 bombs was all it took. But with that, we now have our second Triforce Shard. Alright, with that, we, yet again, don't actually have any, like, side stuff to do. So we're just gonna head to level 3 now. We are not beating level 3, we definitely don't have time for that, but we can at least start making our way through. Again, it's really weird how front-loaded the exploration is. It's like, oh, you spend so much time exploring, and then suddenly you're just getting through dungeon after dungeon, no problem. Weirdly enough, I feel like Dungeon 3 is located really close to Dungeon, we're closer to the start than Dungeon 1, so, I remember seeing a comment on, like, accidentally starting Dungeon 3 before Dungeon 1, not knowing, which obviously did not go well, so, I would recommend trying to do the levels in order, even though you might stumble upon a different one in order. Kind of like with Breath of the Wild, how I have a recommended order, for a couple reasons, not really difficulty per se, because I feel like the difficulty curve with all of the Divine Beasts are pretty steady, but in terms of power-ups, I do have an order for, which Divine Beast I like to fight first. I do want to play through Breath of the Wild at some point for the channel. No promises on when. I think it'll be a slightly different format, like uploaded fewer times a week but longer videos. So expect that probably sometime this year, actually, because of the anniversary. And also, you know, Age of Calamity, the sequel, and so on. I'm recording this well in advance, so part of me is wondering if the sequel will actually have a name by the time this video goes out. And with that, we have already reached level 3. We're gonna start it. I don't know how far we're gonna get into level 3, but we can probably make some good progress. Link looks really washed out in this level. Obviously the outside color palette is influencing that, but yeah, Link looks particularly washed out. Also, I'm pretty sure I had an extra key from level 2, so I can actually skip a door. Potentially. Yeah, I could skip a lot of this dungeon, potentially, because I have an extra key. I guess these are like dark nets. Definitely not an easy enemy to defeat with all their armor. We have the compass, so the Triforce Shard is over there. So let's see what's over here. I do think dark nets are probably some of the tougher enemies to defeat in this game because you have to attack them from the back, which is really hard when you have like 4-directional movement. Sword beams are your friends for taking out dark nets, I'd say. Okay. So far so good. I'm trying to hold on sword beams, so I'm playing this a little bit safe. And I think, actually, we have another enemy encounter in the next room, up or down. So I'm not sure if I should actually do this now, or if I should just call it here. Actually, this will be easy. I'll finish up this room, and then call it there, get the key, and get out. Can you not attack when you've been hit by one of those enemies? I did not know that, actually. But with that key in hand, we are going to call it here for now. So thank you for watching, and I hope you'll join me next time for more The Legend of Zelda.